Did you know that 70% of women over 50 feel completely invisible? Shocking truth. By age 51, most women report being overlooked, ignored in stores, skipped in conversations, dismissed as irrelevant. Surveys reveal women disappear around this age, while men remain visible far longer. Over 2/3 say society treats them as unseen, with ageism hitting hardest. Patronized, undervalued, erased from view. Confidence collapses. Only about 15% of women over 50 feel high self-worth in any area, many admitting their presence feels erased overnight. This is invisible woman syndrome, a silent crisis that crushes spirits, breeds isolation, and makes us question our value. You felt it. The blank stares, the skipped service, the quiet sense that you no longer register. But here's the fierce reality. You are not invisible unless you choose to be. Visibility isn't lost with age. It's reclaimed with bold, intentional choices that demand attention. I'm a hairstylist who's helped hundreds of women over 50 shatter that illusion. In this video, I'm revealing 3 powerful 2026 trend haircuts that instantly flood your look with volume, frame your face flawlessly, and radiate unstoppable, vibrant confidence. These aren't anti-aging tricks. They are pro-you upgrades that make you feel seen, alive, and magnetic again. Ready to step back into the spotlight? Watch till the end. Which cut are you dying to try? Or have you already beaten invisibility with a bold change? Drop it in the comments right now. Smash like if this hit home, subscribe, and hit the bell for more empowering style tips. Let's make the world see us, starting today. So, if you've ever felt that invisible pull, like the world just stopped noticing you, let's talk about why your hair might be playing a part in that feeling right now. After 50, our hair goes through some pretty noticeable shifts, and most of us aren't prepared for how much they affect the way we look and feel. First, there's thinning. It's not dramatic for everyone, but even a gradual loss of density makes strands look finer and less full. Then comes the big one. Volume just disappears. What used to be naturally bouncy roots flatten out almost instantly. On top of that, the texture often changes. Hair can turn coarser, wirier, drier, sometimes even a little rebellious and harder to style. It's like your hair is suddenly speaking a new language, and the old routines don't translate anymore. Now, here's where a lot of us unintentionally make things harder for ourselves. We hang on to that long, one-length hair we've loved for years. It feels safe, familiar, feminine. But when hair is long and all one length, especially if it's finer now, it acts like a heavy curtain. It pulls everything downward. It drags the eyes straight to any lines around the mouth or jaw, makes the face look longer and narrower, and can actually emphasize sagging or shadows we didn't notice before. Instead of framing and lifting, that heavy length does the opposite. It weighs the whole look down and adds years we don't feel inside. The good news? We don't have to fight these changes. We can work with them. The golden rule for looking vibrant and present after 50 is simple. Choose a cut that creates the illusion of thickness, adds natural lift at the roots, and draws attention upward with soft, beautiful movement around the face. The right haircut doesn't try to turn back time. It tricks the eye into seeing more volume, more energy, more you. It opens up your features, highlights your eyes and cheekbones, and gives your whole presence that fresh, confident glow. Think about it. When your hair has shape, bounce, and intentional framing, people notice your smile first, your sparkle first, not the years you've lived. That's the shift we're after. Not hiding age, but owning it with style that says, I'm here, I'm vibrant, and I'm not going anywhere. But before we jump into the actual haircuts that deliver exactly that magic, let's take a quick step back and look at what's really trending in fashion and beauty for 2026. Because the styles that feel most youthful and modern right now aren't about looking 30. They're about looking expensive, effortless, and alive in the best way possible. Trust me, once you see how these trends line up perfectly with the cuts I'm about to share, you'll understand why they're game changers for women over 50. Let's shift gears for a moment and zoom out to the bigger picture, because understanding what's actually trending in 2026 changes everything about how we approach our hair choices. This year isn't about chasing loud, over-the-top statements or trying to look like someone half our age. The energy is softer, more grounded, and quietly powerful. Think soft power, that effortless confidence that doesn't shout, it simply commands attention. It's wrapped in quiet luxury, pieces and looks that feel expensive without screaming, "Look at me." Lived-in elegance is everywhere, nothing stiff, nothing forced. The whole philosophy boils down to one beautiful idea. More is more luxurious when it looks like less effort. It's intentional style that feels like it just happened naturally, even though every detail was thoughtfully chosen. In hair specifically, the direction is all about health and authenticity shining through. We're seeing a huge emphasis on healthy-looking movement, hair that sways, catches light, and feels alive instead of frozen in place. Soft texture rules. Think touchable, piecey strands that invite your fingers rather than repel them. Natural-looking volume is back in a big way, not the teased, sky-high kind, but gentle lift at the roots that gives your face an instant, awake, fresh energy. And low maintenance? It's non-negotiable. Styles that grow out gracefully, blending seamlessly as time passes, so you don't feel chained to the salon chair every few weeks. The comeback that's impossible to miss is soft, touchable styles. Flipped ends are adding playful bounce without trying too hard. Light layering is everywhere, subtle, blended layers that remove weight and create flow rather than choppy steps. Curtain bangs remain a favorite because they softly frame without commitment. Soft graduation, those gentle tapers from shorter to longer, gives shape while keeping everything movable and forgiving. And face framing? It's the quiet star of 2026 beauty. Every trend circles back to this design. Designs that beautifully open the face, lift the features, draw eyes to your smile, your eyes, your glow. Nothing harsh or heavy, everything works to make you look brighter, more approachable, more present. On the color side, youthfulness comes from subtlety and shine. Lived-in balayage is evolving into even softer, more diffused blends. No harsh lines, just gentle dimension that mimics sun-kissed hair. Rooted or soft grow-out looks intentional now, not neglected. It's the mark of confidence. Glossy, expensive-looking tones dominate. Warm honey blondes, rich espressos, creamy neutrals that reflect light like silk. The goal? Hair that looks nourished, reflective, and utterly believable. Here's the most liberating part. The most youthful looks in 2026 aren't the ones trying hardest to erase time. They're the ones radiating confidence, that expensive-looking polish, and genuine health. Skin that glows from care, hair that moves with life, a presence that says, "I've lived, I've learned, and I feel incredible." It's not about turning back the clock, it's about stepping forward with effortless grace. And the haircut that best captures almost every single one of these 2026 trends is the modern bob and lob. So now that we've seen how perfectly the 2026 beauty vibe lines up with effortless, healthy, face-lifting style, let's talk about the haircut that literally checks every single one of those boxes in one beautiful package, the modern bob and lob. This is hands down one of the most requested, most photographed, most "I need this yesterday" cuts of the year, especially among women over 50 who want to look polished without looking like they're trying too hard. What makes the 2026 version so special is how much softer and more wearable it's become compared to even a couple of years ago. Gone is the rigid, helmet-like blunt bob. In its place, light, barely there layering just at the ends, a subtle inward curve that gives gentle bounce, flippy or flicked-out finishes that catch the light and add playfulness, and tons of natural, breathable movement. The whole shape feels alive. Hair that sways when you turn your head, not hair that sits frozen. The instant payoff is huge. Polish and structure arrive the second you walk out of the salon. It frames your face like it was custom made for you, lifting the cheekbones, softening the jawline, drawing every eye upward to your smile and your eyes. But the real magic for us in this age group, that clean weight line at the bottom combined with the new soft texture creates the most convincing illusion of thicker, healthier, fuller hair you've probably ever had. Strands that used to look sparse suddenly appear dense and rich because every hair ends at roughly the same point with just enough subtle movement to keep it from feeling flat or heavy. It's like adding 3 times the volume without adding a single strand. And here's the practical win that makes this cut a lifelong friend. It grows out gracefully. Unlike those super blunt, geometric cuts that turn boxy and awkward after 4 weeks, the modern bob and lob softens beautifully as it lengthens. The light layering and flipped ends keep it looking intentional and expensive even at the 6 to 8 week mark. Low maintenance luxury at its finest. Fewer trims, less stress, more confidence every single day. Now, let's make sure you walk into the salon and walk out loving it. When you sit in the chair, be specific. This is how you get the 2026 version exactly right. Start with length. If you have a rounder face, go for the lob. Longer, grazing collarbone or mid-neck to elongate and balance. Oval or longer faces, the shorter modern bob hits perfectly, accentuating that elegant jawline without shortening the face. Concerned about the neck area? Simply say, I'd like the baseline to sit just below my chin for more coverage and framing. Easy adjustment, instant comfort. For that flattering forward motion, ask for it slightly shorter in the back and longer toward the front, a modern, inverted, or asymmetrical feel that prevents any heaviness at the nape and gives a soft bevel around the face. The 2026 signature finish? Tell them, please dry cut or point cut the ends to make them really soft and lived in. That's what takes it from good to expensive looking and movable. No blocky edges, just effortless texture. And fringe? This is where you personalize. Full fringe brings chic French girl energy and a sophisticated edge. Side-swept is timeless, classic, and forgiving. But right now, curtain fringe is reigning supreme. Super flattering, low maintenance, and it opens the face without daily fuss. Any of these 3 will feel completely current. There you have it, the modern bob and lob in its 2026 glory. Soft, polished, thick-looking, face-lifting, and so easy to live with. If you love this soft, polished 2026 vibe, but want something even bolder, the next cut is incredibly liberating. If the modern bob and lob feels like the perfect polished entry point into 2026's soft luxury world, then the next cut takes that same energy and turns the volume way up, straight into pure, unapologetic confidence. This is the Pixie, the ultimate statement haircut that says, I know exactly who I am and I'm not hiding a single thing. More than any other style, a well-executed Pixie becomes a spotlight for your best features. It pulls every gaze straight to your eyes, carves out your cheekbones, defines your jawline, and frames your face with nothing but you. There's no curtain of hair to hide behind, and that's exactly why so many women describe the moment they see themselves in the mirror as liberating rather than scary. What makes the Pixie feel so modern and youthful right now isn't shortness for its own sake, it's the edge it gives you. That clean, forward-moving silhouette draws attention upward instantly, away from any neck concerns or jawline worries, and lands it firmly on your expression, your smile, your presence. It's low-maintenance magic. Wash, towel dry, add a quick product, and you're out the door looking put together. And for those of us dealing with crown thinning, which is incredibly common after 50, a thoughtfully cut Pixie is one of the best concealers out there. Longer layers on top create lift and coverage exactly where you need it, while the shorter sides and back keep everything sleek and balanced. To make sure your Pixie lands in that sweet 2026 spot, soft, feminine, and current rather than severe or dated, here's exactly how to talk to your stylist. Ask for a longer Pixie from the start. This version keeps length on top and through the crown so it never feels like a buzz cut or an ultra-cropped style. The extra length gives you styling versatility. You can sweep it back for a sleek finish, tousle it forward for softness, or let it fall naturally with movement. Tell them to keep the top section noticeably longer than the sides. This builds natural volume at the crown and creates that beautiful contrast that lifts the whole shape. The sides and back should be shorter, tapered, and textured so the eye travels upward instead of getting stuck at the ears or nape. When it comes to styling, keep it simple and modern. A light texture powder or a flexible hairspray is all you need. Sprinkle or mist, then use your fingers to piece it out for an edgy, lived-in look, or smooth it softly for a romantic, feminine vibe. Either way, the finish should feel touchable and effortless, exactly what 2026 demands. One more beautiful bonus, if you have natural curls or waves, a pixie can be transformative. The shorter lengths let your texture spring to life, adding body and dimension that longer hair sometimes flattens out. Your stylist can shape around any thinning spots so the curls themselves become the volume source. The pixie isn't for everyone, and that's okay. It's for the woman who's ready to step forward, own her features, and let her confidence do the talking. Not ready for short hair? Then our last haircut is perfect for you. If the pixie feels like a bold leap into owning every feature without apology, then this final cut is the gentle, graceful landing spot for anyone who still cherishes that beautiful length. This is the versatile, layered cut, designed specifically for women who say, "I'm not ready to go short, but my hair feels heavy, flat, and like it's lost its spark." It's the perfect middle ground. You keep the length you love while breathing new life into it. The magic happens with soft, strategic layers that lift away the weight that longer hair accumulates over time, especially when strands are finer or coarser now. Those layers create instant movement and body, turning what used to hang limp into hair that sways, catches light, and adds a youthful bounce with every turn of your head. The result is transformative, yet subtle. Your face gets softly framed, no harsh lines, just gentle pieces that fall around the eyes and cheekbones, drawing attention upward and softening any areas you'd rather not highlight. The overall energy shifts from weighed down and tired to light, energetic, and alive. It's like giving your features a gentle hug instead of a heavy blanket. And because the layers are long and blended, the look stays sophisticated and feminine, nothing dated or over-textured like the shaggy styles of years past. To get this exact modern version that feels fresh for 2026, here's what to say when you're in the chair. Start by asking for soft or long layers. Make it clear you want them blended seamlessly so there are no obvious choppy steps. The goal is flow and removal of bulk, not a heavily razored or disconnected look. Request a shoulder-length base as your starting point. It hits that sweet spot where you still have plenty of length for versatility and femininity, but it's short enough to keep natural lift and prevent the hair from pulling everything downward. Then, emphasize strong face framing. Ask for layers that start around the cheekbones or chin and gently graduate longer toward the back. Pair them with curtain bangs, still one of the most flattering, low-commitment options right now, or side-swept bangs to open the face and add softness without daily styling battles. Styling this cut is straightforward and rewarding. Begin with a volumizing shampoo and conditioner to build lift from the roots without weighing anything down. When blow-drying, use a round brush to create smooth bend and bounce through the layers. Focus on directing the ends outward or under for that lively movement. If you have natural waves or texture, finish with a light styling foam to define and enhance without crunch or heaviness. The layers will practically style themselves once they're cut right, giving you that effortless, "I woke up like this" glow. This layered cut proves you don't have to sacrifice length to reclaim youthfulness and presence. It simply updates what you already have, making your hair work for you instead of against you. More body, more light, more life. Let's do a quick recap of all three. If the pixie feels like a bold leap into owning every feature without apology, then this final cut is the gentle, graceful landing spot for anyone who still cherishes that beautiful length. This is the versatile, layered cut, designed specifically for women who say, "I'm not ready to go short, but my hair feels heavy, flat, and like it's lost its spark." It's the perfect middle ground. You keep the length you love while breathing new life into it. The magic happens with soft, strategic layers that lift away the weight that longer hair accumulates over time, especially when strands are finer or coarser now. Those layers create instant movement and body, turning what used to hang limp into hair that sways, catches light, and adds a youthful bounce with every turn of your head. The result is transformative, yet subtle. Your face gets softly framed, no harsh lines, just gentle pieces that fall around the eyes and cheekbones, drawing attention upward and softening any areas you'd rather not highlight. The overall energy shifts from weighed down and tired to light, energetic, and alive. It's like giving your features a gentle hug instead of a heavy blanket. And because the layers are long and blended, the look stays sophisticated and feminine, nothing dated or over-textured like the shaggy styles of years past. To get this exact modern version that feels fresh for 2026, here's what to say when you're in the chair. Start by asking for soft or long layers. Make it clear you want them blended seamlessly so there are no obvious choppy steps. The goal is flow and removal of bulk, not a heavily razored or disconnected look. Request a shoulder-length base as your starting point. It hits that sweet spot where you still have plenty of length for versatility and femininity, but it's short enough to keep natural lift and prevent the hair from pulling everything downward. Then, emphasize strong face framing. Ask for layers that start around the cheekbones or chin and gently graduate longer toward the back. Pair them with curtain bangs, still one of the most flattering, low-commitment options right now, or side-swept bangs to open the face and add softness without daily styling battles. Styling this cut is straightforward and rewarding. Begin with a volumizing shampoo and conditioner to build lift from the roots without weighing anything down. When blow-drying, use a round brush to create smooth bend and bounce through the layers. Focus on directing the ends outward or under for that lively movement. If you have natural waves or texture, finish with a light styling foam to define and enhance without crunch or heaviness. The layers will practically style themselves once they're cut right, giving you that effortless, "I woke up like this" glow. This layered cut proves you don't have to sacrifice length to reclaim youthfulness and presence. It simply updates what you already have, making your hair work for you instead of against you. More body, more light, more life. Let's do a quick recap of all three.